Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the new keyboard from Monsgeek called the M2. Now this is a 1800 layout. It has south facing hot swap sockets. This comes at a price point of only $109.99 for the black and silver option and $115.99 for the purple option. The one I have here today is the black variant with the silver side bezels. They did say on their Discord server that you will be able to buy the side bezels separately for $9.99, and you will also have different plate options in the future. If you do not want to use the polycarbonate plate, it comes with for free. Now when it comes to the unboxing experience, you definitely get a lot for your money. You get the polycarbonate plate, hot swap PCB, PE foam, case foam again, there's two layers of case foam now, and plate foam as well. Now because I wanted to give you guys a full experience of how this keyboard sounds if you used everything, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. The only thing I will not be using is the tape included, and I'll get into why in a bit. They do also include this little sheet at the bottom. I believe that just protects your switches because you don't want the switches hitting the aluminum bottom plate of your keyboard. Apparently it messes them up a little bit, so that is cool to see. The biggest problem I see people running into this keyboard with is their keycaps not fitting this layout, because unfortunately they have to use a 1.5U function keys for the Alt and FN key for the first row of this keyboard. The reason for you having to use the 1.5U function keys for the Alt and FN is mainly because they don't want to interfere with Leopold's patent over the 1800 layout. Unfortunately, it is not something you can really get around unless you want to get sued. So not all Akko keycaps fit with this keyboard. If you did want to use this keyboard, just make sure whatever keycap set you use has a 1.5U Alt and FN key. Now when you take this keyboard apart, it basically has 5 long screws and 5 short screws on the back of the keyboard. Once you get rid of those, you're basically able to do everything else that you need. It's a very easy disassembly process. Now like I said, there is 2 layers of case foam, and because there are 2 layers of case foam, there is not enough room in this for anything else. So if you were going to use the 2 layers of case foam, you cannot use tape in this keyboard, which is kind of a downside, I think, if you were wanting to tape mod it and use both layers of foam, because the keyboard will not shut. The coolest part about this keyboard, in my opinion, was the stabilizers, because I had almost zero problem setting them up. I basically got all of them right on the first try with almost zero ticking, and that's never happened to me before, especially because since it is a 1800 layout, you do get a lot of stabilizers that you have to lube. So getting them right on the first try was obviously something I was very happy about, because it saved me a lot of time and effort. The switches I'm going to be using are the WS Red switches. They're a very nice stock factory lubed switch, and they sound great and feel great, so that's what we're going with. And the keycaps we're going to be going with are the Akko white on black building block keycap set, because they do have that 1.5U FN and Alt key that I mentioned earlier. Now if you didn't want to use this keycap set, they do also offer other keycap sets that do support that 1.5U Alt and FN key, which is also listed on their website when you go to buy the keyboard. Now overall, just like the M1, the building process was very simple, but unlike the M1, there is no problem that the M1 had, which was that the JST port of the keyboard did not align with the hole at the bottom of the case. So if you did not use any of the case foams in this keyboard, you would hear a noise like something hitting the bottom of the case. I'm here to report that this issue is not a problem in the M2. I'm assuming they watched his video and realized their problem and fixed it for the M2 version. Hopefully they'll fix it for the M1 version, but if you were worried about that problem, it does not exist in this keyboard, which is very nice to see. Now with that being said, here is a quick sound test of how it sounds right out of the box with only the foams and no mods done to it. Overall, I think it sounds really good. I really don't have any problems with the sound profile. Now because it's loaded with foam, the flex in this keyboard is almost non-existent, but that's fine because the other thing gaskets do is give you an even typing experience, and that is definitely in this keyboard. It feels very nice to type on regardless of the amount of flex in this keyboard. Obviously if you didn't want to have more flex, you would remove the foam. Other than that, I'll be leaving a link to this keyboard in the description below, and let me know what you guys think about this keyboard in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.